introduce or reaffirm some of the other items that we do to bring information to the marketplace. Our LinkedIn channel, of course, our This Week in Lumber series that Ashley does every Wednesday with Greg and Matt, every Thursday with Matt Lehman. These are traditional, tremendous information sources for you. And then don't forget that we do training every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for people that are just joining the platform or maybe need a refresher. So with that, I am going to pause. I'm going to turn it over to Ashley to talk a little bit about the market.
Hey, Paul, how are you? Thanks. Great segue. It was a good chat walking down the sidewalk this morning on the way in with you. You got to love all this technology, the ability to contact any people anywhere real time, right? So let's talk a little bit about the market. The one resounding theme that I keep seeing is everybody says we're going to bounce because business is good, because people need to buy, because there's forest fires, because we just have to go up. So people have been calling a bounce from 1,500 down to 700 on some items, right? I don't know when it's going to bounce. I have no idea. I'm not smart enough to know that, but it will eventually, because every day you go lower, that means you're closer to a bottom. In theory, there's a thing in the industry, you can only go to zero, right? But when the way up, you can go infinitely to any number. So I will say we are closer today to a bottom than we probably were yesterday, but that's about all I know. The one thing I do see is the item that hadn't fallen off yet, panels and OSB. And here's what I see on that, and you can make your own determination on it. OSB over the last 2 months on the exchange has had retailers and users starting to list extra product to sell. And that's a phenomenon I would have never seen sitting in any other location ever where I worked at before. What that tells me is people have excess in the chain. It seeks its own level. Some people needed it at first at certain places and it shipped, if you were listening to us over the last few weeks, sometimes 1,800 miles away to people. Well, all of a sudden that slowed down a little bit, and now the market is stuck at kind of 1,300 on 7/16 everywhere. So what that tells me is it's having a really hard time getting a reported price because there's only a few producers. But it also lets me know that it's just sitting there waiting for something to happen. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but today, again, we have a lot of people on the platform listing to sell OSB, not a lot of bids. So this is information that you get by being on here, which is good. So now one thing we're seeing is a lot of people have interest in buying some stuff and everybody's chasing the market down. If you listen to our calls on Wednesday and Thursday, one of the things we talk about is having a game plan. If you have profit in it, and you're comfortable with that profit and you're buying what you need to buy, it probably isn't a bad idea to have a game plan buying. Picking bottoms and tops is kind of a fool's errand and it's tough to do. So my advice is do what you can to have an idea and a game plan all the time of what you want to be buying. And one of the cool things on the platform this week, we had a large job site person that saved a lot of money using our platform because they had traditionally gone through, they didn't know they could buy from other people. And they had some people they were using, and without any effort, we saved them a lot of money by them just being able to buy on here. So we know that there's opportunity out there with the way people are currently doing it and the way they can do it on Materials Exchange. The one interesting, resounding thing that keeps coming up, a lot of these people aren't used to the way the industry trades in dollars per 1,000 square feet or board feet. They trade per piece, but yet they still buy tens of millions of dollars of inventory every year. And a lot of times they're just, I should say, giving somebody else with the knowledge of that knows how to trade in dollars per 1,000 and dollars per 1,000 square feet. Sometimes I think they just don't want to let people know they don't know. So they go out and give this to people to facilitate these trades and help be a interpreter of that. I know Paul's mentioned this in the past. One of the things we are going to start showing is dollars per 1,000 square feet and per piece price eventually here. That will help educate, mitigate that confusion and help people buy more. So sorry, got off on a little soapbox there, Paul, but we're seeing some great things happen on here. it's Friday. Maybe lumber will go up or down today on a CME level, but we never know. But overall, the trend is still down, and we'll see if that changes next week. Back to you.